Welcome back. So technically, this is the half point for us, but because I guess hiccups with Twitch and roll 20, I guess it knocked it out. So I'll have to do like a brief recap of what we missed. Fortunately, it wasn't too much. So obviously, our players, our adventurers, the crew of the Mistress, essentially picking up from where they were last month at the base of this great tree, this haunted tree. After essentially vanquishing authority of these spirits and meeting with a half elven mage by the name of Salvador, they decided to take a rest here. And the group decided to make their way to the south toward a marking on the map that was labeled as the Smuggler's Camp or Smuggler's Hut. Going down that way, they made a number of skill checks to determine like how easy it would be to get down there. First, essentially running into a creature known as a man trap, which was able to essentially place Ron Grimm and Eerie under this hypnotic effect that compelled them to come closer to it. But fortunately, no one was harmed except for maybe Nyx, who was burned a little bit by Ron Grimm's spell. Traveling along a little further, they ended up, under Erie's lead, pushed on a little bit longer until running into a swarm of bugs, swarm of insects, which fortunately missed essentially everyone in the group but Iriana with a natural 20, taking 20 points of piercing damage and a random constitution saving throw. Because, everything's fine. But mostly, altogether, whole, the group has arrived at this smuggler's hut probably toward the bit of the early afternoon, setting a very steady pace in the direction. Now, approaching this once again, this dilapidated shack in the middle of kind of this bog, what would you like to do?
Can we check around the outside and see if it looks like it's used recently? See like footprints or any other signs of use or disuse?
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay, you certainly can. So you can both give me separate investigation checks, or one person can do an investigation check with advantage, as in one helping the other.
I have a feeling that it would probably be better to have one help the other.
Okay, so go ahead. Whoever wants to helm that check can make an investigation check with advantage.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I'm a bit better. Famous last word.
These are things I'm really good at. Let's see. A critical failure. No, I'm kidding. So, the 24. And if you're seeing the things pop up in the chat, it's because Roll20 is being a little weird and it's mixing things up. But, it's a love-hate relationship. But 24, is that a natural 20, by the way?
It's a 19.
Okay. Just making sure. But still, that's really good. So you're checking. So you said you're checking around the perimeter for recent use. Actually, right away. Before you even essentially get started, you kind of pacing around, you see that most of the windows are essentially covered by some aging linen that's kind of blocking out the view. But one appears to have been recently broken. You can actually you quickly study this. You quickly study that particular window. In fact, I'll actually move you there. As you are setting up on that window, you notice not only the curtain's been pushed aside, but you look inside, you can see there's glass on the floor, and you're looking around the edge of the actual sill, there's bits, little shards of glass. This looks fairly recent.
Somebody's been here. So I assume it looks like they broke in through this window.
Affirmative. From looking in, you can see the glass is inside. The glass is broken inside, so someone definitely broke in through this window.
If we look inside, do we see anything?
Most of the windows are essentially covered up by, like I said, that aging linen. The only window it looks like you can see inside is the one that Nyx is right by.
Can I fit through this window?
You don't want to look inside first before you climb inside?
You can definitely fit through the window. Everyone should be able to fit through the window. Ashley would have to squeeze, but she can definitely fit through.
Okay. And from what I can see through the window from here, can I look inside and look around, like stick my head in through the window, like Shining style, and take a look?
Sure. Climbing up a little bit, you're able to kind of, as you're peeking into the room itself, it looks like, because you're only, even just peeking in, you can only just kind of see that room. You can see it looks like some kind of small office. There's obviously an aging desk. There's some cobwebs there. There's a few books laid out. They look like what's the term? Obviously, with the high humidity, you can see there's very obvious signs of like mildewing on the book, and it obviously gives off, and inside it gives off. There's definitely this odor, like that kind of rotting wood scent.
No, musty. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely musty.
Is this like the only? Does this look like a one room shack kind of?
Hard to say.
Okay.
Who knows? It could be bigger on the inside.
I look back and forth to Ashley and Eerie and Rongrim, say, "I'm gonna go in, yeah."
Do you want me to detect evil on it or anything, or do you want to just go?
Meh. I shrug.
Okay. Right. Well, if you run into any trouble, just give us a holler.
Okay, I want to sneak inside through the broken window.
Okay.
Is there a door by any chance?
Yes, from Nyx's investigation, she points out there is a door on this side. I don't know if you saw my click. My ping.
I didn't. Can we check the door and see if the door's locked first?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to check the door and see if the door's locked.
You go ahead and you grab the handle, and it's actually very slightly open.
All right, I'll draw my sword and push the door open. Well, she's climbing into the window, so we both can kind of go at the same time.
Are you like forcing it open, or just kind of like lightly pushing it open?
If it's just lightly open, I'll just kind of give it a nudge.
Okay.
Just gently swings open. I'm gonna try to be as stealthy as possible in my clanking armor.
Okay, go and give me a stealth check with disadvantage. If you're trying to sneak inside. I
still want to try to sneak in, and I probably duck down if there's on the other side of this desk. You said.
Yes.
We're just trying to
It's okay. I can be a distraction.
All right. In that case, give me a stealth check with advantage.
Is that for me?
Yes, Nyx. Okay. So I'll place you inside there. Ashley, pushing the door open a lot louder than you initially thought. You see there's definitely someone in there. In fact, with your dark vision, you can... Actually, no, there should be light in that space. You can see there's a very... not light, sorry, there's daylight kind of coming in through the door. And you can see kind of standing there and immediately standing, from the door swinging open, immediately standing, there is a... what you can tell is a female tabaxi. She quickly turns around in your direction. That kind of raises her hand up to block out the light that's now permeating into the space. Are you going to just stand there?
Do you live here?
Does it look like anyone lives here? She kind of gestures about.
Not exactly, but then what are you doing here?
I am searching for something.
For what?
I believe that bit of business is of my own accord.
Can I attempt to persuade her?
Sure. Nyx, at this time, you can hear there's conversing going on. What are you doing? And of course, Eerie, I know Rongrim went BRB for just a moment, but Eerie, what are you doing? As you're kind of now seeing Ashley open the door and she's talking to someone.
I'd like to pop around the corner just to make sure she's okay. And I guess I see she's talking to this lady, but we're making conversation.
Yeah. Let's see. And sorry, Nyx, what are you doing?
That's okay. So am I right in assuming that I'm in this tiny little room?
Yes.
Okay, what's on the table or the desk there? Are those the...
Yes, the mildewing, musty books.
They don't look useful. I'm assuming they look like they're too like beaten up.
They look like at this point they're starting to have some growth.
Okay. Ew. Um.
If that gives you any
they're
idea of how long they've
yeah,
been
like
there.
like mushrooms sprouting up from the spine.
Absolutely,
Got
yes.
it. Okay. So I'm gonna real quietly make my way. Is she right there?
She does.
Where I
And
see her?
yes.
Okay.
In fact, when you step, as you're coming up, she immediately kind of turns in your direction. She actually has a very high passive perception. But go ahead. So you said you're trying to persuade her, Ash. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm gonna put my sword away, or lower it a bit so I look less
Threatening.
intimidating. Yeah, so I guess I'll keep it out, but I'll just kind of lower it so it's like pointed at the floor instead of like,
Okay.
and try to be as nice as put on my sickly sweet nice thing and see if I can persuade her to tell us what she's doing.
16. She kind of gauges you a little bit, and you see, like, you quickly notice in her hand she had a dagger, and then she kind of lowers her stance, relaxes a little bit. I am searching for a family member. My sister. She was taken some time ago by smugglers. I believe they call themselves the Blue Run, but it apparently seems they have not been in this building for some time.
How long has your sister been missing? I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No worries. Months. Just a few months, but that is more than long enough. Now I'm simply searching for clues.
Have you found any?
Not yet. This building has... I'm sure it has secrets. The name is Hummingbird, by the way. Well, technically it's Hummingbird Fighting the Tide, but simply Hummingbird will do.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ashleen, and then I'll go around and introduce the ones that are visible. I'm not sure if Rongren's inside yet.
Not yet.
Okay, and then so I'll introduce those two and say, and we have one more who's watching the front.
She kind of, her attention immediately darts toward you, Nyx. Ah, a few of you. And what might your name be?
Nyx.
Well, a pleasure. And as you're kind of like looking around the room, and because now you're formally kind of in the main space, Nyx, you can see that this room looks like it's been tossed quite a bit. It's definitely in a form of disrepair. You know, but there are vases that are smashed. There's web kind of expanding from the actual corners. You can see kind of where the walls and the ceilings meet. There are things that are smashed, things that are broken down into timbers. This room has definitely been tossed.
Gotcha.
Do I get any sense that she's being honest with me, or that she's trying to deceive me?
I could go ahead and give me an insight check. 18. Studying her, there's no kind of what's it called? There's no sort of tell that reveals that she's lying. There's definitely a level of sincerity here in her words. You can definitely sense that she's nervous, but with new people essentially coming into this cabin, but ultimately sincere.
So I'm not picking up any duplicity or anything. Okay, got it.
No.
Where was your sister when she was taken?
She was toward the mainlands. The Outwitch Wood. That is a bit south from here. But she, among others, were taken. These smugglers. They take people, especially as Tubaxi. They think we're some exotic slave to be transported around the world.
Did we? I want to just try to think back. And any of the people we freed on the boat, they look like her sister.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Any tobacco?
There were no tabaxi on that boat. In fact, this is probably for most of you the first time you've ever seen a tabaxi. Like you've heard of them. Like it's not like they're you've never like heard. It's not like you've never heard of them before. But most of the time,
I don't hear you at all.
Oh, did I break out?
Did we get lost?
Am I still here? You got me? I'm here. Hopefully. Hello?
I hear nothing still.
I wonder if his router dropped again.
Oh no. Alright. Let's see.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Now I can hear you.
There we go.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Okay. I hope I'm back. Hope I'm back to stay. Okay. So, hold on, let me actually make sure the stream's still going before... I know that's what knocked it out last time. Okay. But no, this is the first time most of you have ever seen a tabaxi. They're fairly uncommon outside of Asnea.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems to be kind of a popular thing around this part of the world.
A rather unfortunate circumstance, I am afraid. But what brings you here to this abode?
We're looking for keys to enter the tower on the northern part of the island.
What, that old place? I've seen it on my way coming down, but I do not wish to go near it. I'm sorry. I do not know much about, I do not know anything about these keys.
But you know enough about the tower that you want to avoid it? Can you tell us anything about the tower?
Most, Asnea is more quaint than probably your civilized lands. Structures such as these, were not built by normal Asneans. That is something you outsiders would probably do. Towers and such.
While you were here, did you see anything of interest or just abandoned smuggler stuff?
Mostly from what I can tell, it appears that maybe someone was searching and was possibly in a rush, but other than that, I have found nothing. Unfortunately.
What is your sister's name?
Do you want the full name or the short name?
Enough that if we ran across your sister at some point, we'd fire?
Of course.
Maybe both then.
Yeah, probably.
Well, then write it down. It's pretty long. Her tribal name is Silver Petals Dancing in the Wind.
And your name is Hummingbird Fighting the Tide?
Yes.
So, what does she go by then? Does she go by Silver? Does she go by Petals? Does she go by Silver Petals?
Normally, she chuckles a bit. Normally, she goes just by Wind.
Of course.
The Tabaxi receive their names based on a particular moment in their lives. Something, we like to think of it as stories. A storied moment of importance that happens upon your life. You attain that name.
So what do they call you before that?
Usually we are just child. Or of whomever.
Like your parents.
Exactly.
Okay.
When do you get your name? Most people get a name upon birth.
I believe my name was obtained when I was 7. My sister, much sooner. It can happen.
Took 7 years to get your name?
Of course. Our names are storied, have much importance. They must be earned.
So since your sister isn't here, where are you off to next?
One does not know, not yet. But I will continue to search. There has to be something. I did not wish to come all this way for nothing.
What was your last known location of her?
The Outwitch Wood. I know the smugglers have hidden places between here and, of course, Belka, and maybe even Lanaru. This is one place that I uncovered, but looking around, you can see, this might be a dead end. You're more than welcome to search. Please, be my guest.
I'll take a look around.
Okay, where would you like to search?
I'll help her.
Okay, but where would you like to search? Obviously, it's not a large place, but there you can see there's quite a bit going on around.
Just start in one corner and go around the room.
Let's see.
want to look in this. Never mind. Yeah, I'll look in the main room to start.
Okay, anywhere in particular in the main room?
So is this a little table with a stool knocked over here, and then what's this in the corner behind Humming?
Let's see. Oh, let me go ahead and zoom in on my screen. So
Is it like a shelf that's torn down off the wall?
This right here.
Yeah.
That looks like it was a couch that was just tossed over. You can see like that's where she was essentially searching when Ash first came into the room.
Just clawing the shit out of it. All right. And then
she's a cat, man. No, I'm playing.
Just squirter. All right, and this is a cabinet here, and then this is a thing that's been torn, like a painting that's been torn off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's this next to the fireplace over here?
You can see there are a few actually there was 2 vases that were kind of flanking this fireplace here, but they've been smashed to bits. And there's like some essentially some dust, some powder in there, but nothing else of interest of just looking at it plainly.
I want to search the hearth first and make sure there's nothing hidden in there, or there was nothing that was like halfway burned that might have been useful that somebody tried to destroy. I'll start.
Good thought.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Nyx.
With advantage because they're helping me?
Sure, with advantage because they're helping you.
Not much help.
Okay.
No, it's really good. You're level 3. You're not going to get much. 18. You go ahead and you're searching the hearth, and you realize one of these bricks, like there's a slight discoloration to it. This was added afterwards.
I want to try and pull it out.
Mm-hmm. You go and you reach and very easily it just removes some place, and you can see there is this almost looks like what's the best way to? I guess the best way to kind of call it is like a switch. It's flat, but as you're kind of looking at it, it definitely looks like there's like kind of like level to it. Like it's like 2 portions, and the one portion could easily slide in. It's almost like a very crude button.
Okay. Can I push it?
Certainly. Once you do press that, Ashleen, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty.
Okay. You move out of the way just in time as a trap door opens up right underneath you.
Wow, I was literally
Nice.
standing on top of it.
Yeah, I was like, oh sweet, like this is awesome.
Oh shit. Sorry, Ashley.
Just goes.
No problem, nice find. Do I see
Thinking
anything
fast
down there?
It is very dark down there. Well, that is something. do you mind if, well, if you are going down there, do you mind if I accompany you to possibly search for something, some kind of clue or anything?
No, not at all.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Would you like to head down?
Well, here's a question, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
She's more expendable than us. Should we let her go down first? I mean, I could offer her we've been carrying torches. I could light a torch, offer it to her.
Oh my God.
The paladin talking.
This is the paladin, ladies and gentlemen, group paladin.
Something I would say.
That's I mean that's completely your prerogative. You're absolutely. I mean that's completely up to you guys.
All right, I will pull out a torch, light it with prestidigitation, and hand it to Hummingbird and tell her that we're heading down. If you want to go with it, you're more than happy to join us.
And she kind of like gets the hint, like, of course, Hummingbird does not.
Well, I wasn't. If she wanted to go down first, I'll let her, but I'll give her a torch. And if she doesn't sound like she was anxious to go down there, so if she's not interested in going first, I'll go first.
Yeah. No, she'll take the torch and she goes.
But I don't want to suggest something that's gonna like put her off. I think we're a bunch of assholes.
Like,
even if we are a bunch of assholes, don't want to give that impression.
Like son of a bitch. No, but no, she's amenable to it.
All right.
Yeah, you can definitely tell she definitely has some motivation in being here.
I was wondering if she would be, because she's been searching so hard, if she'd be anxious and to investigate and kind of be impatient and want to go first. And I figured, well, if she doesn't mind going first or would want to go first, it works out best for us too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, easy enough. And so I'll go ahead and there we go. So Ashleen, I sent you first. I'll just transfer you all down there, and we'll figure out the marching order. Let's see. And once you get down here, obviously, much darker, and you can see there's the light given off by the torch that Hummingbird was given. In fact, you guys should be able to. Because you guys are all stacked on top of each other, I believe. We'll put Hummingbird right here. Okay, so Hummingbird begins making her way forward, and
what's to the north there? What's in this?
Actually, you see there. So really quickly, two things. I'll answer your question first. Next, so what you can see there is a barrel full of torches. Unlit torches, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But Ash, as you're stepping up as well, Hummingbird takes that first step, and that happens to be a pit trap. As she goes in, she takes that first step, and I'm actually going to give her a dexterity saving throw really quickly. Oh, and she's a cat. She fall, like, you immediately see her take a step and then just disappear, taking 10 piercing damage. Ouch. I curse the cat god. And you just kind of like pull herself out, and you kind of see, like, she's poked and pricked in a number of places. Perhaps someone else would wish to go first.
I don't have any more lay on hands to help her with that. I'll say sure thing. I'll move forward.
I can go first.
You want to go? You probably have better perception than I would. So, all right, you can go.
Okay. In fact, let's actually use a. Don't worry about the pit. I'm just putting. Go ahead and arrange yourself in what marching order you're going to be in, and I will set up a automatic march. So essentially, wherever Nyx moves, everyone will follow her.
Okay. I feel like maybe I should be second because more armor than Rundgren is. I feel like Rundgren should probably be closer to the end, maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think? Squishy people in the back?
Yeah, I'll take up some of the rear.
You actually got a pretty medium party. I don't think there's like too many super squishy people in this particular group. All right, so everyone should be following Nyx. So Nyx, whenever you move, take a step, everyone should actually follow with you until they don't want to follow, until essentially you guys declare you don't want to be in that march anymore. So go ahead,
Okay.
Nyx. We're following you.
This these plants right here along the edge of the water, they look spiky, but
They're just little weeds. As you can see, there is definitely some water that is dripping into this. That is definitely flooded into this cavern system here. And you essentially quickly, I'll give this for free. You essentially quickly figure out like, oh, if swamp water's down here, then whatever bacteria or plant life is up there is probably also down here. You quickly determine those are like just weeds that are sprouting up along the edges of the of that rock terrain. The cavern terrain.
Okay. All right, guys. I guess we're getting wet.
I think we should probably light another torch too. Wouldn't that help with looking at stuff?
You certainly can.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Who wants to light a torch?
I guess we both can light torches. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? There's a whole barrel of them by the start.
Absolutely. But for map's sake, I'll probably just do one torch for now.
How about
Makes sense.
I'll put
Ashley, then, in case I need to stealth ahead,
Oh, okay. In that case,
if that's okay with you.
That's fine, as long as you can see fine with me holding the torch.
Yeah,
I think it's better to have the light
good
source behind your head anyway.
Yeah.
And you're searching for traps as you move, right?
Well, I mean, I guess, but just by passive perception at this point. I see there's an empty. Yeah. So I'd like to go ahead and just search every couple of steps here and just make sure that there's nothing.
go ahead and give me an investigation check then. Flat. Oh my god. Okay. All right. I will keep you informed.
Okay. Is there anything in this trunk right here? This chest right here?
Yeah. And as you're looking through, you see like there are a number of items that are kind of floating in the water, and that one definitely is. Definitely, besides the fact like it's obviously empty, the wood is taking on quite a bit of water. You can see like there's like little bits and things growing on it as well. Probably a common theme you're discovering being in this space, inside this cabin, this hut.
Okay, and I think I see bedrolls in the distance there. So I turn back and I mention that, like, people have been here recently.
How recently?
I don't know.
With that investigation check, you can as you do get closer to it, you can easily kind of surmise like someone's been here in the past probably 2 weeks ish.
Okay. How long ago did hummingbirds say hers had disappeared? Do we know? Did we ask her that?
Like a couple months.
Months. Okay. I'm gonna look and see if there's anything. These look like crab traps here, but if there's anything of use in these.
Studying those, they definitely look like some form of trap. If anybody wants to give me a flat intelligence check to determine what kind of trap it is, like what it's specialized for. Let's see.
All right, Ashley.
Ash, like looking at it, you like crabs? No, like maybe not like anything like that. Again, you quickly like based on like the mesh and the netting, these were probably for something more serpentine.
So snake traps or that.
Of some kind, yes.
Snick.
Or eel.
Okay, moving on.
What about the jars?
Sorry, that's what.
Yeah, looking at the jars, looking at those vases, those jars, you can see that there are a number of very, very, very aged food items that must have been forgotten or left behind. There's some grain that's in there, but like many things in here, there's kind of this musty, mildewy kind of scent to it.
So expired food stuff.
Mm-hmm. Nyx, as you're getting closer to where those bed rolls are, you notice that though one of those are actually like studying one, there's a very, very slight dip in it, and you quickly surmise like it's that is definitely a trap.
Okay. I'm gonna lean back and motion to everyone like trap. Which one is it? Is it the one that's like closer to us?
Yes, I'm using the wrong mouse. Sorry. It's
That
actually
one?
it's actually this one. Sorry. You're looking at that one, and it looks like it's designed for if anybody decided to lay down or step onto it to examine it.
That it's like a pit.
Possibly.
Okay.
You want to throw a box or something at it, or try
No.
to disarm it, or
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't want it to be loud.
fair
I'll just
enough.
leave it alone. I want to look over this way, so I'm just gonna head over towards. Is there anything in this box here?
Checking that one out, you can see that. Whew, excuse me. Looking at that particular box. Sorry, let me check my notes. No, unfortunately, this particular box is empty. When you do actually look at it, you see there is some kind of small crustacean that was using it for space, and like when it sees you, it just kind of lets go and drips into just dips into the water to try to disappear out of sight.
Okay. Is it the fuzzy fish?
It is not. This is actually a crustacean.
Okay, I'm sorry. You dropped out for a second.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look over this way real quick, make sure there's nothing like hidden behind where we can't see.
You end up stopping short.
Okay.
And you notice that there is a very, very thin thread cutting across from here to here.
Like a tripwire.
Yes.
Okay.
And you look up above and you can see there are a bunch of boulders that have been pushed and set in place near the pillar.
Okay. And turn around, say trap, and then point upwards at the everything that's kind of suspended.
It's funny is all these traps had different like checks, and then Nyx comes in and says, "Fuck your traps, natural 20, like 27 total." So thanks for making me build this map for nothing. I'm kidding. Go ahead, guys.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna back around and we're gonna head.
Wait,
Nobody's
if you
stepping
trap
in this,
that
by the
area,
way.
there might be something valuable to trap. There's no point in putting a trap somewhere with it's not anything worth protecting, right?
That's fair. You want me to try and disarm it?
Seems like it might be worthwhile to me. Either that, or we wait on one side and you investigate the other side, see if there's anything useful.
Okay. Can I just step over the wire then? Since
Absolutely.
I've identified.
Yeah, because you can like you immediately see it. You're able to like okay, easy enough. You're able to kind of balance yourself and stepping over the actual wire itself, and you quickly notice that there's actually another wire in the water beneath that wire. So for anybody who wasn't paying attention, stepping over that one, they would immediately step onto that one.
That's diabolical.
Thank
I'm
you.
waving everybody to stay kind of like back while I'm doing this too.
Mm-hmm. And let's say like for flavor, yeah, they all kind of back away.
Okay, so I step past both of those. Are there any others?
No,
Should
just
I
those
roll
two.
again?
Just those
Okay.
two.
And then I want to take a quick look around here in the water, either behind the pillar, and see if there's anything valuable.
Yes. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. This is a different search because that first one was just for like identifying traps. This is something different.
Okay.
23, not bad. Nick's fucking killing it. You notice that there's a slight one, just like with upstairs. There's a slight discoloration on that rocky pillar that you're right next to, and it's carved out. It's kind of like a fake piece. You go and reach, you pull that out, and there's like a little small, not cubby, but like a nice little cutaway. And as you reach in there, there is a fairly hefty pouch. You kind of shake it a little bit, and you can hear the shh, shh, shh of coin.
Nice.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's the only thing you caught in there.
Okay.
That was in that particular spot.
Can I look in there?
And with your particular background, Nyx, you realize this is this particular spot is what you call a oh my god, what's the term? when you need to like get out of somewhere right away and you can't take everything
Bail?
with you. Exactly. It's like your
like a go bag, like a go
exactly.
bag.
So this is like go funds right here.
Kind of hold it up and shake it a little bit, kind of gesture towards at least like some of the people in my party, and then I pocket it.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
And very carefully go back over the wires, and then
All
we're
right.
going to keep moving forward.
All right, and I'll give you the count for that because it's a bunch of different coins.
And we'll have to figure out how to divvy all that up later.
Mhm.
I turn back around and say, "Hey, do you guys want me to see if there's anything under this bedroll trap over here?"
We should probably check both bedrolls.
All right, sure.
Okay, checking out the first bedroll, this one, the non-trapped one, it's fairly standard. The ground's just flat, rocky. It looks like it'd just be an uncomfortable sleep. The secondary one, though, you go to lift it up. There is like a small pit, and you can see there is this what looks like kind of like this bag made of like skin, like kind of like a leather, and it's essentially tied down with a couple of threads going to it. And you watch as like when you lift up the bedroll, you see there are these spikes that when you would on the backside of the bedroll. So essentially, if you were to lay on the bedroll, the spike would puncture that bag, most likely releasing some kind of poison gas.
Oh, nice. So we should salvage this too. Add it to our weapons collection.
You can certainly
Plus
try.
Plus the two bedrolls. I have a bedroll. I think somebody else has a bedroll. But are these bedrolls in decent shape?
I mean, decent enough. You can definitely use them for sleeping. If you don't mind that must.
Can I clean them up with prestidigitation?
Yeah, prestidigitation. Yeah, you just no, that won't do. Just and then bink. Oh man, it smells like summer lilac. It is a wonderful scent.
Cool. Two new bedrolls.
All right, so yeah,
Sweet.
so whoever wants to add that, you have these two bedrolls.
I
If
think
you
I
wish
don't
to
have.
if you wish to disarm the trap, though, I need a thieves' tool check from Nyx or Rongrim. I believe you're proficient in it as well.
I think I can do that.
I step back and let him go.
All right, go ahead and give me a thieves' tool check, Rongrim. It should be on your sheet on the lower. Oh my god! Oops, moved you by accident. On the lower, where is it?
Bottom left, underneath your passive wisdom and perception, you should have tools.
Yeah, there we go.
And then
Yeah, I see it.
And it'd be dexterity, because it'll query you. Nine. So you go ahead and you pull out like a small little, or no, sorry, you have your thieves' tools, like a very small, like almost scalpel-like tool, and you go ahead and you slowly start cutting away at the wires or the little strings. And as you go ahead and you cut at one of them, you realize like, no, I wasn't supposed to cut that one first. And suddenly, bink, 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 and then there's a sudden puff of poison. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. You're dwarf, right? So you get to make the saving throw with advantage, Rongrim.
Is it a Constitution saving throw?
That's affirmative. With advantage. $20. Let's see. So, oh man, that's almost nothing. So you quickly you realize your mistake, and you quickly suck in, hold your breath, and that poison hits you, and you're just able to kind of back away. You take just 1 point of poison damage.
Ugh, my nose is running.
It would have been interesting to see how you guys would have used that down the road, but yeah. Oh, and I rolled terrible, man. But anyways, so what would you like to do?
Hey, we're gonna keep going then, guys.
Oh, and yeah, I knew it. Rongrim did follow the order. That was my fault. Let me just. Oh, hold up 1 second there.
No problem.
Let's see. Rongrim was toward the back, right? and you're going to be moving south. Oop. Did someone move? Oh, that might be why. Let's check it again. There we go. Okay, you're back in control.
Cool. This is a nice little thing. I bet you Tony would like this.
It is nice. We use it all the time when we're doing like big dungeon crawls, like huge dungeon crawls. But
Okay.
everyone wants to usually split up and do things. But anyways, go ahead.
Is there anything in this box here?
Looking into that box, there is, checking my notes. Yes, there were food items in that particular box. Starchy stuff like potatoes, onions, but they definitely have gone to the wayside.
Beans, potatoes. Okay. And then before going around this, stepping too far out here, because I can kind of see ahead of me that there's like a little bit of light off in the distance, and there's this big room. Do I hear anything?
Give me a perception check. 15. Listening in, you can hear just the slight drips of water coming down from the ceiling, hitting either into the stone, the cavern floor, or into the actual water that's filling in that space. And from here, actually, as you are progressing a little bit more, the water is a bit deeper, where it's probably up to about your chest, Nick. So moving through this water here, from now on, you'll be moving at half speed. Just so you know, I mean, you can still move normally, but essentially it's like, think of it as like difficult terrain, because you're like, now you got like kind of like that awkward run when you're in like a really deep pool or the out of the ocean, or like
deep snow. You gotta like lift your feet and kind of like really like put your whole body into it.
Exactly. Yes.
I got you.
You hear Hummingbird get into the water. Oh. Okay.
Is that thing giving off light down that way?
Yes, you do see there's definitely something in the distance that is giving off some sort of light. And it, from what you can tell, like it's like from that distance, hard to tell. It looks like some kind of it definitely looks like some kind of shield, but you're not sure how it's giving off light. It looks like there's some like these weird little specks on the surface of it that give off light, but you're not sure how or why or what.
So I just kind of look back to everyone else and go, light. But I don't see any people, at least at this point.
You do not see any people.
But no people. Okay. Move forward a little bit more. Is there any trap right here before I walk into this big...
There's no trap as you're coming down into this particular space. Yeah,
Okay.
I was warning you of traps because you rolled really well for traps.
I know, I just thought I should make sure again before I get
just gotta make sure, DM.
As I'm like trudging through this, I'm heading for the shore so I can get up out of this water.
Let's see. So it's at that moment. Let me go ahead and... I know everybody loves it when the DM says that. It's at that moment where suddenly something reaches down from the ceiling. Let's see. Who are we going to target? We're going to go ahead and go for Ron Grimm first. 13?
Nope.
And Ashleen, you're next. Ah, 11. That's with advantage. The DM's rolling terrible today. As suddenly these two squid-like octopus creatures just suddenly descend down from the ceiling, and they immediately try to reach out to actually grasp your face. And as you watch the tentacles begin to start engulfing you, both of you are able to quickly tear away. I guess this is a good point for everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. And make sure you click your tokens, of course. At least it wasn't a trap, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, was that the one I used last time? There we go. So, Nix, you watch as these two creatures quickly descend down and try to grasp at your comrades. Oh, did I roll for Hummingbird? I did not. Quickly try to descend down, try to reach for your comrades, but fail to actually grasp onto them. What would you like to do?
So I'm looking up. Can I see these things?
Yeah. Oh, you can definitely see them. They're definitely at eye level with Ash and Rongrim.
So I probably can't reach them as is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I'd say at this point they're definitely in reach right now, but they are like kind of hovering, almost like aerial jellyfish.
Okay. Are these spears right to my to the side here?
Yes, that's a number of weapons, some in disarray, but a number of them do seem like they are fairly usable.
Okay.
Like javelins and stuff?
Simple weapons, so I can use them.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm gonna
You see, there are spears. Actually, no, they're all spears. Sorry, Ash. But sorry, Nix, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I want to grab one and poke at the little bastard with it.
Okay. I'd say free action, quickly just reach up, grab one, and go ahead and make a. It should be the same as if you want to use your short sword, because it should be the same damage. The only difference is you won't get sneak attack with those.
Oh, I won't. Okay.
Because sneak attack can only be. It has to be a finesse weapon. That's why.
Oh well, I didn't know that at the time. That's okay. I feel like it's more important that I can reach the damn thing if it floats up.
Gotcha. All right, but what would you like to do?
I'm gonna poke at it with my short sword.
Okay, go for it. You have
Or
allies in
really
range,
here,
so.
so I don't get the sneak on it, so I only get the piercing then, yeah?
Oh no, you do. No, you have allies in range, so it still counts. So sneak attack works if you have advantage on a target, or if you have an ally that's within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's nasty damage. What, 7 piercing damage and 9. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you just quickly stab at it with your short sword, and you immediately like I said, because it looks like this kind of like aerial floating jellyfish, and you immediately kind of cut away at like a number of these tentacles, and like blood actually, this like brackish blood like kind of sprays down into the actual cavern floor, into the water below. But it's still there. It's still like kind of just like have like this weird floating. Oh my god, like a weird. I'm out of words today. No English. I hit my text limit. Yeah, bobbing, like kind of bobbing in the air. Jeez. Next time we're gonna warp a wordplay. But go ahead, Nick.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what even else to do at this point, so I would just say EOT.
All right. So next, it's that thing, and it is completely freaked out that happened. So you watch as it just, like while bobbing in the air, just immediately emits like almost like a real squid, just this black, instead of like ink, it's like almost like a gas, like a smoke, just erupts from every direction from it. Oh, I grabbed the wrong. Everyone who is in this cloud is effectively blind. You cannot see any of these targets that are in here. In fact, it will move this way and take this with it. Ashleen, it is your turn. That thing immediately, like I said, created this weird dark void and then immediately pulled away.
Alright, well, I guess I will move forward and swing at the one that tried to grab Rongrim then.
Go for it. Let's see, did the attack not fire? I saw it. Oh, there it goes.
There.
20 to hit for 10 slashing damage? Absolutely. As you go ahead and you bring your great sword down over it, and you do like cut away once again at some of those tentacles, and it's still, but it's still there bobbing in the air. Now I'm like using the term bobbing a lot, but yes, you definitely damaged it. Anything else for your turn?
I don't think so. Let me hit end.
Okay. Next is that one. It's gonna go ahead and actually try to grasp onto you, Ash.
Quick question. Am I in a turn order? I actually don't.
Did you roll your initiative?
I did.
Oh, you used a token to do it, or did you do it?
Maybe not. Maybe that's what happened.
Let's see. Oh yeah, you did. You rolled. Oh yeah, because you would have went way before everybody else.
Oops.
Wow, the one time you were like way ahead of everybody else in the initiative.
My good roll now is used up.
So in that case, we'll after its turn, we'll come to you, Ariana. Actually, you know what? Before it even attacks, go ahead. You take your turn. I'll just save its attack roll.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think I'll just go approach it and try to smack it.
Always a good decision. Okay, you go ahead and you're getting your short sword. It's a little difficult that you're, like I said, that awkward trudging run through the water, and you just try to swing at it, and it kind of bobs just out of reach for that moment. So for its turn, it reached out to Ash for 24 to hit. Let's see, and as it actually grasps around Ash's face. So it's like now, like, actually on top. You take 4 bludgeoning damage, Ash.
Okie dokie.
If you were going to make her roll a Constitution saving throw or something after that, I was going to be very distraught.
Again, like it's the whole alien thing, right?
24 hours later.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. It's like, and now you're exhausted all over again. Let's see. So right now, with this thing on you, you're unable to breathe. You are blinded, and let's see. Oh, well, the other stuff is just for anybody else. So yeah, so that's its turn. Hummingbird is gonna go ahead and draw her bow. And no, she can't take a shot at you. That'd be dangerous.
Yeah, I was wondering. You're gonna shoot me in the face?
She's gonna try to blind fire at that thing in the darkness with disadvantage. Oh my gosh, she still hit it.
Nice.
Like you see her just pull back, and then just you hear it like sink into something solid, and you watch as that black void just disappear, and the thing just splashes right into the water. Rongrim, it is your turn. One of these things is now on Ash's face, and you see Ash is kind of struggling to breathe all of a sudden. What would you like to do?
Right now, I'm literally at a loss because I don't know if I want to try to hit this thing or not.
I mean, it's your call. What would you want to do? I mean, you don't have to hit it. You can try to remove it if you like.
You know what? Because I really can't think of anything to do right that's not going to hurt someone. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into a defensive position at the moment, and then see how the next round plays out.
Okay. All right. So you just take it. So you're just gonna take the dodge then.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you dodge. So obviously attacks against you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws. So dodge action, and you're gonna draw a weapon just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. Which weapon?
My crossbow, because if I can put some distance in between me and it, then I.
All right. No worries. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So, or do you want to move?
Yeah. Let me actually just back up a few.
Okay. It reaches out to it. No, I'm kidding. It can't because it's attached. All right, Nyx, one of these things is now choking at Ashleen. What would you like to do?
I mean, I don't know what else to do. I'm going to go over to it and try to pull it off her face.
All right, I'll put it right there just for now. Give me an athletics check. 12. As you're at this point, you're half climbing up Ash to grab at it, like you're pulling at the tentacles, and Ash, you kind of feel like, that's my hair, like, but you're unable to pull the thing off of her.
Okay. I mean,
just stab it. I have spells. Once I can cast, I can heal myself. Just stab it.
You want to be stabbed in the face?
is there any
That's
portion of
fixable.
the thing that's not like stuck too close to her face?
Well,
Like,
that was your. Remember, it's your action. It was your action
That
to.
was
it
my
your
action. Okay,
yeah,
never. But just for in case we don't get it off her face by the next round.
You can
Is it
certainly
like-
try.
Okay. Great. That's the snake rattle thing that you like to say. Yes.
Yeah. But go ahead. Anything else for your turn?
No. EOT.
Okay.
Stab it.
Oh, she can't this turn, unfortunately.
Yeah, I already used my action. Sorry.
No, sorry, Diana was asking to mute.
Let's see. Oh, wait. That's weird. Hold on. Oh, that was the wrong... Oh, it was the wrong one. That was my mistake. Ash, before it gets to your turn, where is this? Here we go. Eerie, you hear something falling down from the ceiling. 20 to hit. I believe it passes your armor class. As one of these things lands from the ceiling, another one falls down from the ceiling
Onto my
and
face.
grasps onto you for 8 bludgeoning damage. So it is on you as well. And go ahead and, yeah. So now, once again, same thing. You are blinded, and you cannot breathe this time. Ash, it is your turn. Let's see how many rounds you have. You can breathe. Okay, now I know. What would you like to do? Ash?
He's muted.
Sorry, I muted myself again.
All right, no
I will
worries.
use my... well, I don't think it should try to hit myself in the face with the greatsword. It doesn't seem like that'll work very well. So I'm gonna use my hand axe. So like either put away or drop the greatsword. If I could put it away without, smoothly, I will. Otherwise, I will just drop it and pull out the hand axe.
As you roll it, you can swap one weapon as a free action. So yeah, so you can quickly swap them out.
Okay,
So-
and then I am going to try to pry it off my face with my hand axe.
Okay, so you're making an attack roll by chance?
I mean, what would be the best option?
Well, you can either do an athletics check to try to pull it off, or you can try attacking it. If you attack, you'll have disadvantage.
If I attack, I'll damage it. If I
Does she run the risk of hurting herself?
how do I
Yeah.
feel about my oxygen levels?
You have some oxygen left, but you're starting to kind of panic a little bit.
All right, fine. I will try to pry it off my.
Okay, give me an athletics check, flat.
Yeah, that
6.
was a
As
bad
you go ahead
idea.
and you go ahead and you try to pull at it, and there's like these little suction cups as they just like stick back to your face. All right. Anything else for your turn? Would you like to move or go anywhere? I mean, you don't know what's around you at this point because now technically you're blind.
Yeah, I should probably stay put, I guess.
Okay. All right. Eerie, it is your turn. You were going through the same thing. One of these things are on your face now. What would you like to do?
I don't want to hit myself in the face. So I'm going to try and pry it off as well. Maybe I'll succeed.
Okay, give me an athletics check. 17. Yes, you grab at it and you kind of pull your fingers. You're like, take that big gasp of air and you throw it to the side. I'll go ahead and move it over right here. So yes, that was your action, but you have the ability to breathe again, and you can see. That's a big plus.
Totally spit at it.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Well, I mean, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. This thing's turn. It's just going to continue to crush at you, which it does automatically, I believe. Oh no, it has advantage on the attack. So, oh my god, 13.
Is that to hit or to?
Well, you have to continue crushing you.
I have my AC is 15.
Yeah, so even with advantage, you only got 13. So nope, no effect. You're able to kind of put your fingers in there to keep it from crushing your skull. Hummingbird now can see there's one not attached to somebody. Pulls on her longbow for 20 to hit for 10 piercing damage. Dang, go Hummingbird. Is gonna back a little bit out of the space because she doesn't like the idea.
We can keep her.
She doesn't like the idea of those things. Rongrim, there's one of these things that have come down, or that are no longer attached to someone's face. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna risk attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And just to put some distance between us, and then
fire a crossbow.
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, so I was gonna go ahead and get a quick attack at you. 19.
Yes, that.
So it does attach to you.
Oh, dang.
You take 9 bludgeoning damage. So as you try going, it just grabs onto you.
And then you go running off screaming as well as you can off into the dark. This is going well.
You still. What would you like to do? You still have your attack action.
Almost seems moot now. I'll see if I can pry it off my face.
Okay, give me an athletics check. Fun times down in the cave. Oh yeah, no, it's once it's not on very long. Is once it gets on you, you're just able to take it and just throw it down into the water, and it just reappears, kind of bobs back up.
Then I guess that's gonna have to be it.
Yeah. Sorry, man. These things are nasty. I mean, they're small, but they're just nasty.
Hey, I get it, man.
Guess what? It's gonna try to do it again.
Tenacious little.
It's probably been a while since food got down here. 13.
No.
Okay. It's gonna try to fly up, then. Up. Actually physically up. Okay. Next is Nyx. What are you doing?
Okay, so looking at the way these things are shaped, it looks to me like it's suckered to to Ashleen's face, but its head is kind of sticking away from her. Does that seem accurate?
I mean, it's not like it's like think of an octopus just is sitting on your face.
Okay, fair. Okay, so what has happened with the torch that Ashleen had?
I guess it's a good question. I guess you would have dropped it because she can't hold a great sword and a torch.
So did it go in the water?
From where she is, definitely.
Damn. Okay. And then presumably the same thing happened with the torch that Hummingbird had.
Yes. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off that extra light that's in here.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No, you're right. You're right. You know what? Got a million things to take care of.
Fair observation.
So, can I light the torch that I have? Is that an action? Is that? Oh, but actually, hold on.
Yeah, lighting a torch, I believe, would be an action.
Hold on, though, because as a rogue, I've got fast hands. So, the bonus action to use an object.
You can't. You absolutely can. Oh man, yeah. See, that's reading your character stuff. Yeah. In that case, you can use fast hands to quickly light the torch.
So this big thing is acting like a leech. So I'm gonna light the torch and try to burn it off of Ashleen's face.
Sure.
Just at the meatiest part of the actual thing itself. So hopefully I'm not burning ash.
That's a good idea.
Give me an attack roll.
Just a straight attack roll. Okay.
Normally I do a disadvantage, but since you're just like pressing against it, that's different. Because rule of cool.
How do I do that again? Just roll an attack.
Yeah, I say just roll an attack, just so we get the.
Yeah. Just so how do I do that though? I don't. Which button do I use?
Oh, I see. In that case, give me a 1d20 plus your strength modifier. So I'd say 1d20 plus 1. $16. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me 1d4. Oh yeah. So like you reach up like, and it's like a as it takes 4 fire damage, just pressing up against it. Hopefully I took that from him and not Ash. Okay, it's still holding on. It's still holding on to Ash, but it definitely takes that fire damage. Did not like it. It's after that
Damn.
meal.
I was hoping it would let go over when I did that. So that's pretty much it for me then, though. EOT.
All right, no worries. Let's see, Ash. It's dark and it's getting hard to breathe, harder and harder to breathe.
Well, I can't tell that it's dark, apparently, so it doesn't really make much of a difference to me. I will attempt to shave myself with my greatsword.
With your greatsword? Okay, give me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Even though I know where my face is and I'm swinging for something,
It's more or less like, like where does this thing end and I begin?
Okay, I'm not trying to dodge.
Yeah.
Talk about cutting off your
Okay.
nose to spite your face.
It's alright. I'm not using it anyway. Alright, disadvantage.
I mean, if you want, you can roll flat, but if you miss, I'm going to take some damage from you.
I can't cast heal right now, so fine, I'll do disadvantage. And if this doesn't work, then I'll try advantage next time, or normal next time. I see where's that thing standing next to me. Sorry, one sec.
You can click yourself.
Oh, there we go.
5. At least you didn't roll roll it flat. As you go to, you kind of just like you're trying to like just gauge it, and you just swing, and you just hear like a clank as you hit like the cavern wall somewhere. Like, damn it, it's got to be close by. Eerie, no, it's no longer in your face. You can see, but you definitely see there's one on Ash Lane. There's one on Ash, and there's one that's floating up toward the ceiling.
Okay, so since it's on her face, are Ash and the squid thing one? Like you literally like theoretically, if I cast like lightning lure, does it forcibly pull him from the space, or would I just pull Ash from me?
That's
I like
actually a
that
really good
idea.
question. It'd still be an attack roll with disadvantage, so that way you're not, But yeah, you can definitely try.
Let's try it.
Oh, that's right. It has to make a blah 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 saving throw. Strength, huh? Oh wow. So yeah, you're like okay, just trust me. Like just as you reach out your hand, and this leash of lightning wraps around Ash's face, and then yanks the thing off closer to you, and it takes 3 lightning damage. And Ash goes, just immediately you take a big gasp of air.
Nice. That was pretty well thought out.
Oh, that was really slick. Eerie, it's still your turn. What do you got?
Let's see. Should I do anything else? There's one floating away, right? And, okay, if they float away, are they gonna come back, or we don't know?
You have no idea.
Great. Let's see. I don't think I will do anything for now. Cool. Alright. There we go.
All right. This one definitely didn't like that, so it is going to go ahead and start floating up. It's going to disengage, begin floating up toward the ceiling. Hummingbird is going to go ahead and shoot it. She's going to try to shoot at that one before it gets up too far. Ah, and now it came back to her. 6. Rongrim, it is your turn. There are two that are two things. They're floating up toward the ceiling, trying to get away from you.
Okay.
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
No, I didn't say anything yet.
Okay.
I'm actually going to try and
Use what now?
No, I was just thinking. No, I'm gonna go ahead, twist the ring on my finger, give myself the bolts for my cross,
Okay.
and then taking a shot at one of them.
Okay. Oh, so you're imbuing your crossbow bolts. Got it. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Bonus action to cast that, and go ahead and make an attack roll. Oh yeah, 18 to hit. As you go ahead and you strike up at it, and it hits, and it like kind of goes off course a little bit, like wafting in one direction, and it's still trying to slowly make its way up to the ceiling. Anything else for your turn?
That is going to be it at the moment.
Okay. Next is this one, as it's going to float up the rest of the way to the ceiling. And as you watch, as it actually climbs onto the ceiling, it begins to it almost looks like it blends in completely. It's going to make a stealth check to continue to try to blend in. Oh, wow. And it, as far as you guys can all see, simply disappears. Just blending in, and you kind of like, you're trying to watch where it is, and you imagine or you assume that it just moved. Once it started blending in, it just started moving. It's your turn next. You still have one that's in sight.
I think she's.
Oh, sorry.
BRB.
Oh, did she? Okay, okay. In that case, we'll go to Ash for now, since it's your turn. This thing is about 15 feet in the air at this point, Ash.
So I can't reach it to hit it with anything.
Not with the great sword, no.
All right. I'll retrieve the torch and light it. Probably floating in the water somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I'll try to look around, see if I can see anything anywhere. And wait, I can probably throw my hand axe at it, right?
You certainly can, if you'd like to do that instead of lighting your torch.
Ham.
Oh, she's back.
Okay. So Nyx, the thing is slowly floating up toward the ceiling above Ash.
Okay. Do I still have my spear? I guess I still do.
You do, but you can also throw a dagger too.
That's true. I know, but I'd rather not throw my dagger because I don't care about the spear.
Sure, yeah, free action. You can pick up the spear, and if you want to throw it,
I'll throw it.
It'd be the same, I believe. 1d20 plus 1.
So 15. 15.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, 15 does hit.
And then the spear is 1d.
1d6.
Never mind. Sorry.
16d. Yeah, that'd be a lot of damage. 16d6. Everybody would do spears at that point.
I don't know how that happened.
For 2 damage, as the spear goes, it sticks into it, and it slows down a little bit, but it's still trying to waft up toward the ceiling.
That's all.
Okay. Ash. So backtrack a little bit. So you can either choose to light your torch for your action, or you can try to throw your hand axe at it.
I think her idea of the spears is a good idea. So if there's still a pile of these spears over there, right? So I can grab one and chuck it up there myself?
Definitely. Free action to pick it up, and if you want to chuck it.
Do I have to move to do that? Like,
I'd say, yeah, but you'd
right?
still be in range to toss it.
Okay. All right, and
1d20 plus. What's your strength modifier? 2. So yeah,
I
1d20
think.
plus 2.
So,
Put 2 brackets.
slash roll.
Oh yeah, you can do slash roll. Yes.
And the other way was 2 brackets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 18 definitely hit. Give me a 1d6 plus. Oh, you know what? That's right. 1d. Yeah, give me your 1d6. Yeah. I forgot to add the +1 from Nyx's strength, but go ahead. 1d6 for damage.
I don't get any modifiers from my strength or
You
dex
do,
or anything.
which was just enough to kill. Oh, why didn't it? There we go. It was just enough to kill it. You, and it just flies or falls back down, splashes into the water.
All right, calamari's on the menu, guys.
And with you guys wait a few moments for that other one to reappear, and nothing, as it seems to have decided to back off, which effectively takes us out of combat. I guess the question is, what is everybody doing?
I will now retrieve the torch.
Oh, I have you on mute.
Slide a couple torches.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I will now retrieve the torch and relight it.
Okay, so just quickly enough.
I'm going to take a spear and stab one of the calamaris and leave it as an example for its friend.
Give me an intimidation check.
One second. I don't think I'm scary. I'm not scary.
It's cuter. Everyone looking at it, it's like it's definitely more cute than it is scary. Like, oh you. But anyways, what would you guys like to do?
I would like to pick up all the coins on the floor because it looks like there was some money that was scattered.
There is some coin that was scattered, and let me go ahead and get you the. It's roughly. Sorry, because it's a couple different currencies. Here's my notes. So there are 12 pieces of gold in Landaroo currency, the Ruindells, I believe. Or hold on, let me double check. Shilmar, sorry.
So 12 gold in Shilmar.
Mm-hmm. And you also have about 50 moon pences. 52 moon pences.
And you're going to tell me at some point what was in that other coin purse?
Yes, I'll message you on that later.
Okay. I need to figure out how to split all this money up later, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know at least some.
But you can see that, so Ash, you can see that shield definitely has a bit of a glow to it. And now that you're actually closer to it. Let me go ahead and pull up I got notes everywhere. Notes, man. Oh, which one is it? Here we go. So looking at it, the shield itself is riddled with like these amber pustules, like little points in there. It looks like it almost like it's like almost like an unnatural thing coming out of it. The shield is mostly made of wood, but it has, like they said, these unnatural pustules that are glowing, like giving like this faint amber glow off of it.
Does it look... I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to look it over. Does it look like it's trapped or anything?
Give me an investigation check. Looks perfectly fine.
I will attempt to... It's face up, I assume?
Yes.
I will attempt to flip it over with the point of my sword.
Okay. Flipping it over, that side, there's a kind of like a metallic sheen to it, which is odd because you think the metallic part would go on the outside. But here, there's a metallic sheen that separates essentially your hand from the actual wood itself.
can I make an Arcana check to see if I've heard or know anything about this sort of thing?
Sure. Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
I clicked it. There it goes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see you rolled 2 times. So 18. 18. Yes, actually. You know of places in the ancient homes of your people, the ancient homes of the elves, that there is a unique wood known as fester wood. That these pustules, while they do give off like this faint glow, they are very dangerous to the touch.
Huh. Okay. So Erie should probably take this because she's the one with the. I don't have something to pair with a shield, and she does.
Okay.
All right then.
So yeah, he hands it over to you. It's like I said, the front of that shield definitely looks a little. You're like, oh, that's pretty nasty, but overall, like when he starts to kind of like tell you about it, it's like oh, that sounds pretty interesting. I sent you something.
Got it. Yes.
Okay. But for the rest of you, what are you doing? So Ash and Erie are going over the shield. Let's see. Hummingbird kind of just makes a general check for anything like clues of where her sister might possibly be. But for Nyx and Rongrim, what are you doing?
Presumably, I'm done picking up all the money off the floor.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to inspect these chests before I try to open either one of them.
Okay.
I was actually going to suggest the same thing.
Okay. Which chest first?
The one closest to me and Rongrim. The one next to the pile of...
Okay. And you're just opening it?
I want to check it out first, make sure it's not...
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'll investigate the one just south, just to the south of you.
Okay. Whew. Looking it over, that one does appear trapped.
I would like to disarm it.
All right. And Ron Grimm, looking at that one's definitely trapped as well. Give me a Thieves' Tool check, Dexterity. Ron Grimm, you can also do the same if you'd like. So, Nyx, as you're going ahead, you're trying to, like, fit, like a thin knife between, like, where the latch is. Like, if I'm careful enough, I can... And suddenly, as this powder emits into your face, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. Ron Grimm, you just catch it like, oh yeah, this mechanism is fairly similar to the other one, just mechanical in nature, and you're able to disarm that trap, so you can open the chest safely. So Constitution saving throw for you, Nyx.
Oh no.
As that puff hits you, oh, that's not bad. You take 9 points of poison damage. It suddenly just hits you, and for the time being, until I say so, you are currently poisoned.
Okay, what does that mean for me?
You have disadvantage on ability checks, and let me actually pull up the rest of that for you, because I want to make sure I have a marker on you. Poisoned. Poison condition. You are... Oh, a poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. There you go.
That's bad. Okay.
Great.
But the chest is now open.
All right, well, at least I can see what's... Hopefully it's not more rotten fucking food.
So looking into it, you see... Sorry, actually, Ron Grimm, I'll go you first because you actually passed your check. Looking at yours, you see there is a number of, like, scrolls, notes, books, a couple of different ledgers, and, like, very briefly going over them, they seem to be notes about movements of some kind, or movements of different kind. There are also some times on there with, like, different locations, and you kind of, like, you know, like some of them being like Amberview 1300 on this day of this month, or Crossroads hub, Crossroads trading post, this day, this time, this month, and you kind of, like I said, you quickly put it together. It's like, oh, these are movements. These are their supply runs. These are their shipments. It doesn't really list any particular object or item, but but essentially you putting it together, you can see like this is where people are available at certain times, or where certain things are supposed to be moved at certain times.
Got it.
Yeah, it doesn't say the product, but at least you kind of get a general sense of where and what. And you can even backtrack where some came through this particular location. You can see where it says Emrane Marsh, dating as far back as about a month, and you see it leads to somewhere else in Asnea, like more northern Asnea, before making another marker going towards Sapin.
Okay.
Nyx, your box contains a you see there are a few broken vials of some red liquid, but there's one that does seem to be unfortunately, because you failed the check, I broke a few. I rolled to see how many got broken, but ultimately you can see that there is a potion of healing in there.
Okay.
An opaque dark gray gem with red flecks in it, so like a fancy like gemstone.
Okay.
A spherical flask containing a luminous white fluid. Make sure you're writing these down. That one you're not sure of. It's like a white fluid. It has like a very soft glow to it. There is also an amulet crafted from the skull of a wormling dragon, and it's on a bronze chain.
So that's a gemstone, a flask, white fluid in it, a healing 1, and amulet made out of the dragon skull.
Yes. Additionally, you find there are these two odd geometric shapes in there.
Do they look familiar at all? Do they kind of look like the other keys that we've found?
They absolutely do look like the other keys. There's one, and there's two.
Can you show me the first one again, too,
Oh,
please?
sorry.
That's okay. I was writing down the other stuff and I wasn't missing. Okay.
Are you like taking a picture of it? Screenshotting it?
I'm drawing it, but I should be taking more pictures. It would make my...
We can always ask to flash them.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Because I'm adding them obviously to your collection, so I can always pull them up for you later. And this is the other one.
Do I recognize either what this kind of gemstone is? You said it's black with like red veins in it or red flecks.
Yes. Give me an intelligence check. Flat intelligence check.
With disadvantage, though, right?
Sorry, yeah, disadvantage.
The potion of healing doesn't cure the poison, right?
Unfortunately, it does not.
Oh. Oh, motherfucker.
Like you're kind of a bit of a haze. You're like, definitely pretty.
It sure is black and red. Okay. I'll have to take a look at these when I don't feel so crappy.
Can I take a look? Or Rongrim? Probably one of them. One of us might.
Hummingbird comes back around nothing.
She might want to. I'll suggest that she looks in that chest of ledgers that Rongrim has, because it looks like there's a bunch of movement stuff there.
Please tell me, did you find something?
So check over there in the chest that Rongrim's got. Looks like he found some movement and logs and notes and stuff.
It doesn't exactly say what is moving, but there definitely was some movement and shipments that give me dates, but I can't determine what they are.
This is better than nothing. And she kind of makes her way through, and she starts. And you kind of point out like the one where you saw like there was something that moved through here about a month ago, and then moved up toward northern. And then she goes, "Wait, this date here, this date was it's a month ago, but the date for northern Asnea, that was only that was less than a week ago, and this date for Sapin has not happened yet. I may still have the time to intervene, to do something, to save her. This is... it may not be the answer, but it is definitely more than what I've had.
I hope so.
Thank you. All of you. Now, if you don't mind, I think we should begin making our exit, yes?
We still need to check chests, or I'm not sorry, the crates, right?
Yeah, and checking those crates, you do see there are, and it's more of the same for everything else, like, more of those food items. But these ones are definitely in better condition than the other ones, as they're not directly in the water.
You cut out a little bit, but I'm assuming they're just like foodstuffs that are in better condition.
Yes, but actually, hold that thought. Who wants to give me a nature check?
Well, not me.
Who else wants to give me a nature check?
I can give it a shot.
You see, there's a particular
Never
type
mind
of,
that.
You see, there's this particular type of dried sage, but it doesn't look familiar to you. It doesn't make sense to you. You don't know what it is.
Is there anything else in the chest that Ron has, or is that one just notes and stuff?
That one's essentially like notes and ledgers and things like that, but nothing else outside of that.
Can I take a look, since Nick seems a little bit confused about what she found? Can I take a look at it and see if I can make anything of it?
Sure, give me an intelligence check. Oh, at which one? The amulet or the stone?
Yeah, I was wondering if I can do like an Arcana check
Or
on
flask.
the amulet and again on the gem, see if I seem to like to have any magical properties. Right?
Give me an
Ooh, the
Arcana. The flask. Well, like, I mean, there are a few of you guys there, so some of you guys can split up those tasks.
Yeah, the
as well.
flask as well, but Rongrim is probably closer to the chemical type stuff.
So Ash, give me an intelligence check for the gemstone. Who wants to give me a check for any of the other items outside of Nyx?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the gem.
Yeah, the gem kind of escapes you. And you can give me an Arcana check about the... is that about the... Which one, the flask or the...
I'll do a
the
check on
amulet.
the amulet.
Okay. There's definitely... Like, studying it, like, you don't sense a magical aura. That there's certain abilities for that. But looking at it and, like, kind of seeing, like, the little runes and everything on it, you assume this has to have some kind of magical property. You just don't know what it is. Actually, you know what? I take that back. So you still don't know what it is, but you know that this is something known as a relic.
Relic. What do I know about relics?
Relics are essentially one-use magic items, or limited-use magic items, that once their effect has been utilized, they usually fade from existence.
No recharge, huh?
Exactly. But you know that, like, they usually have some sort of useful magical property built into it. Once utilized, it lasts for however long, and then it's gone.
Do they have like a passive effect, or do they only have an effect when you trigger it?
It depends. It depends on the item.
Okay.
Unfortunately, just for the time being, you do not know what this particular one does.
I'm not going to put it on until we're in a safer area, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a check on the flask, unless Rongrim is?
Rongrim, did you want to check the flask?
Sure. What check am I running?
Give me either an Arcana check or... Arcana check.
Nice.
Wow. You know that this is one of the rarest of potions, and this is definitely contraband for most of the countries outside of Sapin. This is a potion of mana recovery.
What does that do?
Let's see, I'm pulling that up for you right now. Why can't... Here we go. Sorry, had to find it really quick. So Rongrim, and I'll go ahead and share it to you as well so you know. Yeah, Nyx is just kind of like, oh my god. So you generally know that when you drink it, you're able to restore some magical, you're able to restore some of your magical potency back into the system. But because of its connection to the actual weave itself, there are some odd effects that may occur with the mental status of the individual who drinks it. It's not always guaranteed that something happens, but something can happen. You've heard and you, Rongrim, have heard stories of individuals sometimes going mad, albeit temporarily, after drinking this. And you can see, and you should have the notes for it.
If you're pregnant, make sure you contact your doctor before taking the potion.
You know what? Gym inspiration, Rongrim. That was actually...
Yes.
You know, energy drinks actually have that.
Oh, what's that? Next?
Energy drinks actually have, like, warnings not to use in pregnant.
Yeah, otherwise your baby comes out hyper. But baby, you give birth to Sonic. But Rongrim, did you get the note for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What else would you guys like to do? You have these items you found. There are 2 additional keys in this space.
How many spears are there? I'll take a couple of spears if I can.
Absolutely. There should be... Oh, hold on. 7 spears in total.
7 spears.
Including the ones you previously threw.
Can we recover the thrown ones?
Absolutely, yeah. Easily enough.
You just have to
and
pull
we're
them out
leaving
of
one
the,
behind with a thing impaled on it, so...
Oh, so
is that
6.
right?
6, then.
Alright, 6 spears, since one's staying as a warning.
Yeah, and you're able to kind of just prop it up, just... Like, don't anybody else come over here.
I'll add those to my inventory, or we can just reshuffle at the end. I'm not sure how people want to do this.
Of course.
Since we need to reshuffle the gold anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no food or anything. There's some sage or whatnot that we're not sure what it is, but it might be useful, or some other herbs or something.
Right.
Do we have room? Do we want to just shove those in a pouch and take them with us? Rongrim, you're the guy with all the pouches. How much more room do you have?
I wouldn't say I have all the pouches, but I might be able to carry a little bit more.
He says that wearing a belt just full of pouches.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we take this interesting sage stuff with us?
Sure, why not? Maybe we can see some more in the light of day.
Okay. So if you do decide to collect it, it weighs. Hold on. I think it weighs half. I think 1 ounce weighs half a pound, and there are 4 ounces of it. So you can just put like question mark sage for now, and until you eventually do figure out what it is and what it does.
Okay, should I add that to mine, or do you want to add it to yours, Rongrim?
Oh, it's 0.1 pound. Sorry.
You go ahead and take it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to do while you're down here?
Is there anything else around here? It looks like we've checked most everything. I mean, there's a cannon over there and some other crates, but you said we've checked all the crates and there was nothing in them?
Yes. And yeah, you definitely feel confident that you've probably ascertained most of the useful items that are down here.
I want to look in the cannon.
Is that poisoned Nyx? Like kind of poisoned Nyx?
Yes.
So yeah, you kind of shamble all the way over there, but it's definitely empty. It's definitely a cannon. It's just empty, gone without some cleaning.
This is a cannon.
Yeah, we have some on the ship.
She could like
Do
crawl
we
in
need
so there's
more?
feet sticking out.
I don't think we can haul the cannon up the ladder. It's probably too heavy.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys think should, we could try. What about these bags over here? There's nothing in bags, right?
Yeah, this is like more food stuff. More
Gotcha.
food stuff.
Alright, well, I'm good if the rest of everyone is good. Is there any notes we should take with us, or are we good on those as well?
You see Hummingbird's like collected the things she feels like is important to her, at least. She's like, I will definitely take some of these.
Yeah, she's welcome to whatever she wants to take. Probably wants shipping record time sister disappeared.
Yes.
And for us, I don't know if we're looking for anything in particular, because I don't think we have any particular timing. What do the rest of you guys think? Except for Nyx, who's high as a kite.
Yeah, who's certainly going through something. All right. So in that case, if you guys feel like there's nothing else you want to search or do down here, you are easy, remembering where Nyx had kind of stepped. You're able to essentially backtrack your way back through the cave, and of course step your way up and around and through. Let me go ahead and put you back over here. Make it daylight, and as you're essentially coming up here, you watch as Hummingbird's ears like certainly kind of perk up. Wait. Shh. There are individuals waiting outside, or not waiting, but they're outside in the swamp. And for any of you, does anybody want to go to the windows or anything like that, by chance?
I will motion.
Nick
Wait,
is gonna
I was
start
going to
to
say.
go.
Yeah, I was going to motion you to go, but then I realized that you're probably not the best person to go.
I'm gonna start, and someone should stop me.
I will. Well, who else is stealthy? I'll pull her back and shush her. I'm going to clank too much.
I'm semi-clanky. I think Rondrim, do you want to peek an eyeball over there?
I guess by process of elimination, that would be me.
Yeah, you're, I think, the most stealthy person we have left.
I'm stealthy.
Yeah, when you're not on I don't know, PCP or whatever it is.
Let's see. So, Rongrim, you can hear people approaching from this window, and I'll move you over here. Approaching this window over here. And as you, poke your head, looking out the window, can you see, by the way?
Yes, I can.
You can see there are a few individuals kind of amassing in the swamp around. And you see there's this this female elf with kind of like this silvery bluish skin and almost like matching blue hair. And she kind of calls out to the house. Don't worry. We know that you're in there. And I'm sure you have some items that now belong to us. And kind of studying up the garb and the tattoos, Rongrim, you recognize these individuals as the White Mane Pirates. Individuals from the same organization that captured you but a few days ago. And that's actually a good point. We're going to go ahead and end our session.